So here we'll look at acids and bases, them reacting to form a neutralization reaction. So in the last video, we looked at the salts and naming those salts that are produced. So we have a few examples: nitric acid plus sodium hydroxide, hydrochloric acid plus calcium hydroxide, and copper oxide plus sulfuric acid. So what you have to do is explain what is happening to the compounds and why why you are creating a neutral substance. How will you test for this? Okay, so here are the answers. Okay, so nitric acid plus sodium hydroxide will produce sodium nitrate plus water. Okay, so just remember that with this example here, the sodium itself comes from the base. Okay, the sodium comes from the base. The nitrate itself comes from the first part of the acid, which is the nitric acid. Okay, and then water is also produced as well. The second example, calcium chloride plus water. Okay, the first name from the base, calcium, and then chloride comes from the hydrochloric acid, and then water is also produced. Last one, same idea. Okay, the alkaline solution is giving the copper, and then the sulfuric acid is giving that sulfate over here, and water is produced as well. Now, a really easy way to test for this is by using the universal indicator. Now, we can test if it has a pH of 7, which it should do, and you can easily add universal indicator, and it should turn a green color to know that it's neutral. Okay, so the second question here, we skipped that one. So explain what is happening to the compounds and why you are creating neutral substances. Acids and bases are ionizing or dissociating the nitric acid. Hydrogen ion and nitrate produced from the nitric acid. Sodium hydroxide becomes sodium ion and hydroxide ion. The hydrogen and hydroxide combine to form water. Okay, that plus should be up the top here for the H plus, just like up here. Combine to form water, which is a neutral, and the Na plus, the sodium, and the nitrate combine to form a neutral salt. Okay, which is that NaNO3, which is sodium nitrate. Okay, so here is a symbol equation for the top reaction, which is copper oxide plus sulfuric acid. As we can see, copper sulfate is produced and water in this reaction. Okay, so have a go at these two examples. You can pause the video, have a go, and then in the next slide we will look at the answers. Okay, so as we can see, sodium nitrate is produced and water, and with the second part here, calcium chloride and water are produced as the products. So the base reacts with the acid to form water, as the acid releases hydrogen ions and the base releases hydroxide ions. Water is a neutral solution. When they react with water, they form H3O plus, which is called hydronium ions. Now, you do not need to know what this is this year in year 10. You will learn this later on. A metal salt will also form. This is called a neutral substance. Okay, so in the next video, we will look at bases and carbonates. So sorry, bases as carbonates. So carbonates plus acids.